forget. I blew up the motor. And by the way, it's fall right now. It actually snowed 2 days ago. And this whole build was done in spring, about 6 months ago. So, I'm about to take you into the past. So this is what happens when I get an idea and I stop at a buddy's house and he says, hey, I got a free motor for you. So I guess I'll be driving the Camaro soon. But I'm here to basically pick up this junk.
What's your flare?
Roger, Roger.
What's your flare right there?
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
And stop calling your shows.
It's a bad day to give up sniffing glue. All right, I'm going. I like it.
All right, bye.
Later.
Drive safe.
Thank you, Rich.
No problem, Bart. Subscribe and like, because this is a kick channel.
So it's late and I gotta get home and I gotta do a lot of driving around to make this all possible. But there's always time for burnout. So I'm leaving my buddy's house, and when I came here yesterday, I said, did you do all that in the front of your house? Yeah, that's all him. Too funny. All right, let's get this motor home. Success. It's here. Plans for this junk behind me. It's very simple. I'm gonna throw an intake on it. I'm gonna throw a carb on it and stab it into the Camaro because I want to drive that thing, even if it only has 150 horse. I'm going for a weekend swap on this one. I gotta say, this is some fantastic placement of a hose clamp. I kind of have a feeling that they end up installing the hose before the water pump. And here's what we're left with. Gunk, the Ungunkinator. Get yours today. So this is proof that even if you got an old can, like 15-year-old can of gunk, it still works. I've had this since my Chevelle. I sold that in like 2002. Who's ready for a bath? So this junk is all clean, ready for some paint. Now what I would usually do in this situation is I would take out the angle grinder. Man, there's so many beetles in here right now. It's crazy. They're just flying around, hitting things, just crashing into them, and then they end up on the floor upside down like a turtle. All right, enough of the beetles. What I would do in this situation usually would be to get out the wire wheel, make it look all pretty, wax and grease remove it, throw some paint on there. But this is basically my disposable motor. I've never been a big fan of nitrous, but I'm considering buying a kit just to blow this thing up before I pull it. Stay tuned. Maybe I will blow that thing up. Maybe not. My garage right now is basically a beetle airport. Let me take you for the tour. Here's the south terminal. No beetles in this one. Oh, there's one. Just flying into that light like it's heaven. Oh, here we go. Oh, take off. Whatever, beyond the point. Let's get to painting. Day 3, watch it go. Nothing too exciting going on. Just been cleaning parts basically for the last hour or two. So here's a before and the after. So this engine is basically going to get my dress-up kit from the 400. So I'm going to pull this intake off, and I'm going to pull this distributor out first. I ended up finding top dead center. What I did is I put my finger over the spark plug hole as I was moving the harmonic balancer. Once I started feeling pressure on my finger, I switched over to this wire. I threw the wire in and let that rest on top of the piston, and I spun the balancer again. Once the wire stopped, I knew I was at top dead center. Pretty easy way to do it. So after doing that, once you pull the cap off, that rotor should point to the number 1 cylinder. Yeah, man. You see that? There's no way to get in there. We got the perfect tool for it. Ha! You have not outsmarted me this time, Bolt. Intake. Ready. So we're on day 4. I guess this would be day 3, because the first night was more of a night, so let's just call this day 3. This turd is coming along. Hopefully, today, I'll be throwing it right in there. Hopefully. Oh yeah, man, this thing is nice and juicy. Guess I got some scraping and vacuuming to do in here. Here's the best attachment you can make for a shop vac. I'm gonna stuff shop towels in all these. Alright, so everything's cleaned up, so I basically flipped this thing over and sprayed it down with brake cleaner, and then I kind of just try to oil it as best as I could without dumping a gallon in there. Not happening. Happening. So this is where we're sitting at Saturday night. I was hoping to be a little bit further along, but it is what it is. I got to thread seal these two, and then this guy back here for my booster. This manifold's got this wonderful choke plate here. So rather than buying something for 20 bucks, I made a template, took some 16 gauge, and I made a cover for it. And I'll just RTV this thing in. That thing's drying right now. Worst thing is I ran out of this paint, so it's going to be cast colored. Oh well. Who cares? This is supposed to be a junk motor. See, that's the problem with me. Oh, I'm tired. I don't know how much longer I can go here. I was hoping to get my second wind. I don't think it's coming. There's still plenty of stuff I could do today. I don't know. It's already like 11 o'clock at night. I gotta get an early start tomorrow to try to get this thing in. So it's day 4, still got a ton of stuff to do. But it's all little things, so hopefully it goes by pretty quickly. Yup. Getting there. So that's where I want to be. And that's what I gotta get past. Alright, that's where we're sitting at. Carb's not bolted up. Valve covers aren't either. we're getting there. Alright, knock off the alternator. Fix the brake line. That's done. Power steering hose. Done. I'm going to wait on the carbon distributor until they're in the car, most likely. So flywheel, clutch bell, trans. I'm going to get the battery charging. And I guess I'll get the hoist out and lift this monstrosity up and start bolting up the transmission. Awesome. We're finally at that point. Love it. I kind of got used to this thing sitting on this engine stand. Oh well, looks like I'm just going to have to, you know, throw it in here. There we go. There's the noise I've been looking for. You ready for it? Listen for it. It's like popping a cork. One step closer. Day. So the 3.0 junk is in, kind of. The bolts are in, not all the way through though. The bolt's in, it's just not lining up with the back end on both ends. So I don't know, worst case scenario, I'll have to undo those bolts for the actual mount. And maybe that will give me enough play to get everything to sit right. But yeah, it's in there. So I don't know. Do I call this a success or do I call this a failure? I wanted to get this engine in before the weekend was up. Well, it's in there. Nothing's hooked up yet. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did I succeed or did I fail? In 4 days... took a completely crappy engine and painted it and put it in the car. That's really all I did. The time is upon us. The cursed marrow will rise again. And fall, most likely, very quickly. It always does. What the was that? So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button and smash that bell. That way you're notified on new uploads. Beyond that, what else can I say? I'm going to magically make a bunch of videos appear for you guys to watch.